What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments, back with a public service announcement. DeepSeek R1 got the market crashing right now. Right now it's pre-market. We got NVDA down like 10-11%. We got Palantir down like 5-7%. We got everything selling off, whole market red. Futures down 4%. And it's all because of this DeepSeek R1 model. Now, Trump, he did have his little spat with Colombia, the tariff situation, but it's really about this DeepSeek R1 model. So, why is the market selling off because of this DeepSeek R1 model? Why is it possibly a good thing? And what am I going to do about it? Okay, so first, we got to explain why this DeepSeek model got the market crashing. So, DeepSeek is a Chinese company. They figured out how to make a large language model that performs almost as good and better than ChatGPT in many scenarios for like 97% cheaper, 98% cheaper. They're saying it only cost them $55 million to build the whole model, $5-something to train the model. You got to remember, our CEOs like Sam Altman, Satya Nadella, Jensen Wang, they get paid way more than that per year. So, with that news coming out, it's got American investors and tech investors just questioning their life choices, because they looking at it like, all right, if DeepSeek is almost as good as ChatGPT at a substantially lower cost, why did we just spend all this money buying all these chips? Why did we just spend all this money building out these data centers? Why did we just spill all this money on this AI hardware? You see what I'm saying? So what people are saying is if what the Chinese are saying is true, and the reason I say it's true because it is China and they're not always the most truthful. We got two scenarios right now. If China's capping about this situation and it costs them more than they're saying, they got NVIDIA chips that they're not supposed to have because the government sanctioned them and they're not telling us. If something like that happened, this whole sell-off cap, and it's a crazy buying opportunity and everything's finna spike up. That's what that means. So, you just got to deal with the pain and buy through it. Now, if China's telling the truth and they did figure out how to do the same thing ChatGPT is doing for the low, way cheaper than we're doing in the US, it's a bad thing for some stocks. That's a good thing for other stocks. And let me explain why this is a golden money making opportunity right here. Okay, so if China's not capping, that means the hardware AI trade is dead temporarily. Now, am I going to sell my NVIDIA? Am I going to sell my Broadcom? No, because I'm not overweight that. And most importantly, you got to think long term. In 2, 3, 4, 5 years, is NVIDIA and Broadcom going to not benefit from the AI chip build out in America because of the DeepSeek model? I don't know, because there's more news to come out. Only time will tell, but I'm not willing to take it that far yet. But I do understand that those type of stocks finna get hit up in the short term. So if you're on the hardware side of AI trade is going to be difficult right now. The NVIDIAs, the AMDs, the Taiwan semiconductors, the super micro computers, all those type of stocks, anything involved with the build out, even our Oklo, because Oklo is involved in AI energy. Energy comes from the data centers. If DeepSeek saying we don't need as much money, as much energy, then why are we spending all this money on energy for the data center? So that whole side of trade is going to come down and it's going to be drastic. So if you deeply believe in that side of the trade, you got to buy your dip and prepare. Now, over here at Printer Gang Investments, we've been making money off the hardware side of the AI trade, but we've really been deep in the software side of AI trade. We big on Palantir over here. And even though it's bloody in the markets, I never expected Alex Karp being right would be one of the reddest days in the market ever. Because if you've been investing for Palantir for a long time, Alex Karp has been saying this, what's going on right now, way before this ever happened. Where everybody was geeking over ChatGPT, talking about how great it was, Alex Karp was telling y'all, large language models commodities. It's not about the large language model. Palantir is a software you could use with any large language model. And now is the time that's finna come to fruition. Because, okay, let's say China's not capping and DeepSeek's here and it's way cheaper. All right, they'll just use DeepSeek with Palantir. They can use Claude with Palantir. They can use Gemini, ChatGPT. You can use any large language model with Palantir. So as far as the software stocks, they're going to sell off with the hardware stocks because the market's going to bucket all the AI stocks into one big bucket. But what they're not realizing, unless you did a bunch of research, this is only bears for the software side of AI. We're not saying AI is bad. We're not saying AI is dead. In fact, it's quite the opposite. AI is growing faster than ever. And what just happened to DeepSeek is actually a game changer in the real world AI side, which I'll explain in a minute. So, in addition to Palantir, I'm looking like Amazon would benefit from something like this. Google would benefit something like this. Tesla, even though, they got their deliveries, so, they might get hit up for other reasons. The stock might get hit up for other reasons, but this isn't necessarily bearish for Tesla. Yeah, they spend a lot of money on chips. Same with Meta. They spend a lot of money on chips. But why is this not bearish for software stocks if what they're saying is true? Because you got to remember, the hyperscalers have been dropping tens of billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars with NVIDIA. And they planning to keep doing that. Now, if they get in their boardrooms and the executives realize they can get AI done for a way cheaper cost and they don't got to spend a bunch of money with NVIDIA no more, what's going to happen to their balance sheets? Up. Because these people going to still have these same AI powers, same AI technologies, but they're not going to have to pay what they call the NVIDIA tax to be able to access them. So that would be very bullish for software stocks because they're going to still be in the AI game and not having to pay the tax to NVIDIA. So what I would advise investors to do here, be calm, understand why the market is going down. Don't just freak out. Me, probably, I will buy some puts to hedge because we don't know if they're going to be capping or not. I'm going to look for me an entry to try and buy them. But I'm really going to damn near double down on what we was doing more so than ever. Like, it's about to be Palantir YOLO update now, for real. Because if y'all saying that the hardware side of AI is in question, the software side of AI is not in question. It's just getting lumped in. So maybe we need to stop loading up on chip stocks and start loading up even more on Palantir, Google, and Amazon. See what I'm saying? Load up more on the software stocks. So as far as this dip, initially on this dip, I'm not even going to get involved with the semis that much, and that might be a regret. Because if China capping, this dip on the semis is a golden dip. But I'm thinking we might just go software with this one. So any stock that I see them selling off because of DeepSeek that's not actually threatened by DeepSeek, that's where the money at on the call side. On the put side, I might go index again. I might go hardware stocks. I'm thinking NVIDIA, AMD for the puts short term. Only thing with AMD, they make cheaper chips, so they might benefit eventually. So it's a very nuanced situation. Everything's going down, but everybody's not gonna get hit up and hurt by this. Now, other things we gotta talk about. We got earnings coming up at the same time, what makes this even trickier. Now, what happens if everybody sells off all these stocks on fears and then the Mag 7 just beats Wednesday and Thursday? We going right back up. So it's a very tricky situation. It's a very cautious situation, but this is just part of change. Now, let's go to the real world side. Now, while the market's selling off, all the investors freaking out, you know what all the real world AI developers are doing? They're jumping for joy. They're extremely excited. I've been learning AI, and I'm starting to understand what's so great about DeepSeek, and I'm starting to get a little excited about it. What people don't understand is, from a building business point of view with AI, use case point of view, these tools are here. People are using these AI tools to build companies, to build businesses, to make money. But they had to pay higher costs to put ChatGPT as their back end, to put these other models as their back end. Now, we're coming with this Chinese model, and you can get all types of stuff done. I think it's 14 cents per million tokens. That's how they, what's the word I'm looking for? That's how they calculate their costs over there. So if I'm paying like 14 cents per million tokens versus $15 per million tokens. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I can make a way bigger company for way cheaper. I can get the AI to do way more for me for way cheaper. So in the market, it's a bad thing, but in the real world, this is actually a golden opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Because in the real world, if we learn how to master these tools, we can make a lot of money off this. I'm looking at people who know what they're doing. They're already integrating DeepSeek into their AI workflows. They're loving the cost saving aspect of it. They're saying the DeepSeek's so good. I mean, not good. It's so nimble that you could run it on a MacBook Pro. And if you know anything about large language models and running them locally, you can't do that with ChatGPT and these bigger models. Meta's is slick and bearish because they just made a model and this one's blowing it out the water. So where do we go with this? We gotta watch earnings. We gotta pay attention to this DeepSeek situation. We might have to protect ourselves, but don't let the fear stop you. This is actually not a bad thing, man. This is not gonna do nothing but force competition. Who does competition benefit? The end user. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure at OpenAI, they over there trying to figure out how to step their game up. Because another thing, if China's not capping, NVDA stock is gonna go down because people's not gonna spend as much money on chips. And technically, the whole OpenAI is damn near worthless. Because what good is OpenAI if there's another model that's just as cheap and there's 2-3 other models just like OpenAI? That's why Alex Cart's been saying for the longest, these large languages are commodities. So if that's the case and the market figures that out and they eventually realize they still got to make money on AI, but the large language models are commodities, where are they gonna go? Are they gonna go buy Microsoft that owns half of OpenAI? Nope. Amazon, Google, Palantir, you feel me? So that's my thought process on this. As far as DeepSeek R1, you might want to explore it, might want to use it, you might want to learn more about these AI tools, man, because I'm glad I did start learning AI heavy, like last week or two. Like I've known about AI from an investment point of view, but digging deep, learning about the different tools, things that don't even have stocks that's actually made to be used. So I know I'm starting to learn a little more about what's going on with this situation. So I'm just letting y'all know what's going on. When you see your portfolio and it's red, I'm just letting you know why. I'm letting you know what's going on, how you could potentially react to it, how I'm going to potentially react to it. And it's your boy Steve from Printed Gang Investments. I'm going to see y'all in the next video.